Hey guys, it's Josh with Bain Tech. Here is our day 3 review of the Samsung Galaxy S3 on the Verizon network. I wanted to point out just a few things today. It's going to be a short video, but I mainly want to focus on the user experience, and that's really what I want to talk about on this blog, and just the everyday user experience. I'm not going to get into all the technicalities, all the specs and things like that, although those things do count for, the worth of the device. But I just want this to be something for the everyday user. It's a great device for the experienced person and for just beginners. If you're coming from an iPhone like myself, the kind of things that'll help your day go by easier with your new Samsung Galaxy. So here we go. First of all, one of the biggest differences that you're going to see is the size. The screen is so much bigger. The iPhone, only comes to about like this size of the whole device. It's really thin. It feels good in the hand. I got big hands, so it's pretty easy to navigate. I don't have to adjust too much. Someone with smaller hands might have to move around the device a little bit more with the hand, but this is what it looks like. What's nice about this, you get a nice little animation to unlock the screen. You can just about do it anywhere on the screen to unlock it if you want to go to one of the shortcuts down at the bottom, which is customizable in the settings. All I got to do is just go where that shortcut is and swipe in basically an upward direction. I like that feature a lot. You can also access your drop-down menu, your notification menu, shortcuts for GPS, sound, Bluetooth, and so forth. This is a little app up here in the ongoing section. It's got some more options for your power widgets and so forth. And I like to be able to adjust my brightness here. This also, you have the option of a flashlight, which I like that. I use the flashlight a lot. And I have NFC notification there, or I'm sorry, widget or power widget. So lots of options with the Galaxy S. You got your home button at the bottom here. What's kind of nice is you got they're almost kind of hidden. You got your back button and then your menu button here. It's kind of hidden, so it's not some bulky button. I do wish that they did not include a home button, but that's not too big of an issue to deal with. You got your home screens. I only limit it down to 3 because I don't see the need to have 5 to 7 different home screens. There's shortcuts and folders for that purpose. But anyways, this is the TouchWiz launcher. It's a decent launcher. It's a better build than what I've seen before on other Samsung devices like the Joy Charge. It's quick, it's smooth, and you got your access to your drawer down at the bottom right corner where all apps are, where you can add widgets. You just flip back and forth between those. One of the things I don't like about the TouchWiz is that the clear screen. Sometimes it can be kind of difficult to see. I tend to like a black background. When you're outside, it's a lot easier to see. And I'm going to show you real quick how you can adjust different launchers if you don't like TouchWiz, which I downloaded Apex Launcher from the market. And if you want to disable or clear the defaults is what you ultimately want to do for your launcher. If you have one as a preset, you just go to your system settings, application manager, hit the all, scroll down until you see TouchWiz. There, TouchWiz Home. You're going to tap that and clear defaults. And then the next thing you'll do, you hit your home button, you'll get a pop-up menu, and you just check by default Apex Launcher. Now I already have mine set up, and to be able to do that, see the transitions are pretty good. I accidentally hit the music button there, so excuse that. But what I like about the Apex Launcher, you can get more custom designs. Like down here I have a theme going for the Jelly Bean theme, and like I said, here's that black background. To me it's easier to see, and you got a few more options up here. Get your apps downloaded and widgets. You also have a menu option up here to go directly to the Play Store. and then various other menu options. So I like that a lot. Um, but again, this is pretty smooth. You can do many different options as far as if you want more. You do your pinch to get some more screen options. But I like 3, so that's pretty cool. Other thing I want to get into is the keyboard. That's been probably my #1 complaint about the phone, is the keyboard. Right now I have SwiftKey 3 installed, and it works pretty good. It's got pretty good predictive text. It's pretty smooth and fast. The only issue is that sometimes I end up backspacing more than I would like. I found that I think I like the iPhone keyboard better so far. I'll show you what the stock keyboard looks like. One of the things that Samsung has done with this is that if you want to change keyboards, you just scroll to or you do your drop down menu, and then in your ongoing messages you got your keyboard options. As you can see, I've kind of tried out some different ones. There was an iPhone emulator keyboard, and it seemed to be okay. The huge dumb thing that I've seen about that keyboard, which I ended up uninstalling it because it would have an ongoing advertisements in the notification bar, and that's just no good. I ain't gonna have that on my phone. Quite annoying. So far I've used SwiftKey 3 and ICS keyboard. ICS keyboard just looks like your plain Android stock keyboard. It works pretty good. It's pretty smooth. Predictive text is alright, but it could still use some improvements. Still, I like the iPhone keyboard the best. Some of the widgets, it's pretty cool. I got this is the bookmarks, and what's nice about that, well, first of all, I have the Chrome browser. That's my default browser, and if I want to change my folders, which syncs up with my desktop on my laptop, it actually syncs up with my phone as well. So I have a folder called Desktop Bookmarks, Desktop and Mobile, and there's all my widgets. I'm sorry, bookmarks. You can change the size of the widget pretty easy. You just long press and hit the resize, and you can change the whole look of the widget. It's pretty nice. I like it a lot. One of the downfalls of the Apex launcher is that you do lose some of the Samsung widgets. There's a clock here that I like. I can't add the digital clock for some reason. It says there's no room. I don't get it, but I can't use it. But there's other options. There's a live wallpaper that I found that I like a lot, and that I downloaded from the market, and it's called WP Clock 2. I already got it configured. I set it, and now it's got a nice looking clock, calendar, dates, and so forth. The time stays up with the time in the phone corner there, and it looks nice to me. I like it. I finally found kind of a setup that I like for my phone. So again, it's got a lot of nice customization to go along with the phone. It's pretty easy. One of the nice things about the Apex Launcher 2 is that you can turn this sideways, and if you want to look at your phone horizontally, the same as for your home screens. So I like that a lot. Let me get into a little bit more of the hardware. I've explained in a few of my posts that every time I want to, not every time, but a lot of times when I try to put the phone to sleep with the power button, I like to hold the phone like this, and naturally my thumb falls right on the volume rocker. So it's kind of, in my opinion, a poor placement. I'll press it like that, and then once in a while I'll hit the volume button at the same time. Kind of gets on my nerves, but it's one of those things that I'll just have to kind of get used to. It's a little easier to do it without a case, so I'm going to put a case on here. This is just a cheap case I got on eBay, and it goes on pretty easy. And the button is a little bit more difficult to press, but like when I'm going to test it out and so forth, every once in a while I'll hit the volume button, and if I have my volume all the way down and then I hit it up, and it turns it on, so it kind of messes with what I want my volume to be on at the time. But that points out just some of the everyday usability that you're going to use every day. You're going to use your home screen, your widgets, and so forth. So I wanted to point that stuff out to you. And before I forget, one of the things I described in one of my recent posts, I think is the day 2, is the ongoing Wi-Fi. That is one of the most annoying things I've ever seen. There's no way to get rid of it unless if you root. So I actually might be rooting this phone to get rid of some of the bloatware, some of the ongoing messages, and which reminds me I can show you real quick how to hide some of your applications or disable some of your applications. Let's say I want to hide this one, some of the bloatware. I've already hidden some of the apps, so it's going to be kind of hard to see. Backup Assistant Plus is not one of the ones that you can hide sometimes. There's 2 different apps for it. This is the one that you can't hide. The one I've already hidden, you would normally see disable lit up, but it's not lit up at this time, so I'm going to have to do that the rooted way. One of the things that you can do with the Apex settings is that you can hide some of the apps, and that's what I've done in here, so you don't see a lot of the bloatware. But on that note, that's about it. That does cover most of the things that you're going to use. When I think of some more options that some of you guys might want to see, I'll add that to another video and cover those subjects. But for now, thank you for watching. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at BaneTech. Like my Facebook page at facebook.com/BaneTechUSA, and be looking for some more videos, some more reviews. Submit some of your questions to me. I'd love to test out some of the stuff that you might have questions on. Just let me know. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all later.